Today on Retro-Aero's Hangar Hangout, we continue our conversation with the OG of OGs, the CFI of CFIs, my dad. In this episode, we discuss my dad's first solo. One thing that's interesting is not many of us can say that we had a hammerhead stall at 10 feet prior to our solo and had to hammer out a propeller to make it straight. And again, my dad's not one to exaggerate, so even though the story may not seem really accurate, I assure you, my dad's story is very much true. So be glad that your story isn't as same as his. And then your first instructor was a chief petty officer, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So, what happened? You were telling me a story that you had to rouse him out of bed, and then...
Well, he drank way too much, and so when you wanted to go flying, you went to the chief's barracks and roused him out of bed and directed him down to the car, set him down in the back seat of the car, and went off to the airplane, which was a pre-war Aeronica Champ. And 65 horse engine, no electrical system, a typical Champ. And on the day I soloed, we got him out of bed and stuck him in the airplane, and he had a particularly bad bender that night and was kind of sleeping in the front seat. Well, the crosswinds were blowing a good 20 knots that day, and I didn't know any better. I was going to fly if that's what we were supposed to do.
Right.
And we started going down the runway, and it kept turning into the wind. I'd slow down and where it was just barely moving. And the old chief, what was his name? Byron was his name. And old Chief Byron, he started getting irritated because we were just sitting there in the airplane, not getting much anywhere, and didn't figure we'd ever take off at that rate. So he said, "What's the matter? Put some power in this goddamn thing." And he threw the power full forward. And when he did that, the stick was still back from taxiing, and there was enough wind that it actually lifted it up in the air. It seemed like it was straight vertical into the air.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't think you could do a hammerhead stall within 10 feet of the ground. And basically what we did, came down on the nose, and when we came down, the engine quit. But fortunately, the gas tank on the Champ was right above the hot engine, a hole in the gas cap for the gas gauge, which was a wire and a cork. And he got out and he looked at it and looked at the prop that looked more like a corkscrew than a propeller. And he got out a big hammer and a block of wood, and I'll say this for the guy, he was good. He straightened that propeller out just by eye, put it back on the plane.
Oh, wow.
No vibrations at all.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that's quite an art, straightening a propeller. Whether it had any cracks in it, I don't know. It probably did, but we didn't see them. Put the propeller back on, and up we went.
And you soloed that day.
Let's see. That was the day I soloed, yeah.
I don't think many people have the story of I did a hammerhead stall at 10 feet and then soloed.
I would call it quits. Like, where's the bar?
Jeez, that's awesome. So we'll sign off with the credo that we say at the end of every one of our hangar hangouts. Here's to airspeed, altitude, and ideas, and always having 2 out of 3.